Hello, my name is Shambo, and I'm going to speak a little today about the effect of neuroscience on marketing. Millions of people in this economy, this global economy, have jobs that depend on communicating with and persuading human beings, or maybe in this context, human brains. We spend $1 trillion a year on this effort, this marketing, advertising, etc. Yet very few of us understand how the human brain actually works, what is attractive to someone, how they decide what they like and what they don't like, how they decide to buy or not buy, the infinite variety of products and services presented every day for their consideration. So I'm going to talk about how and why brains buy. And this dips into an absolute wellspring of new knowledge that has been pouring out of the neurosciences over the last few decades, especially the last 5 years. And I'm going to describe actionable insights for business people and marketers that can be derived from that knowledge and applied directly to the global industry of persuasion. These are remarkable times. It's a rare event when a science, its enabling technology, and a sense of real practical problems come together all at once. And I think in this case it will revolutionize and expand all of our capabilities in the world. In the 18th century it happened with chemistry, and in the 19th century it happened with physics, microbiology in the 20th century, and I think neuroscience now in the 21st century. Charlie Rose, in a recent set of interviews devoted to the neurosciences, said, "We've learned more about the brain in the last 5 years than all of human history combined." So I'm going to look at what has been found by neuroscience in the last 5 years, and I'm going to see if I can help you understand those developments and share them with you. So the basic lesson is that human brains process much of their sensory input subconsciously, which is counterintuitive because we can't think about how we think when we're not aware of the thinking that we're thinking about. Does that make sense? The basic fact, though, is undeniable and validated by absolutely thousands of scientific studies. Most of the work our brains are doing, night and day, occurs just below the threshold of our personal conscious awareness. And if you were to look at your personal conscious awareness, that's a good thing that it's not all going on in there. Imagine all the work that your brain is doing that you're not aware of, just decoding the words that I'm speaking, just making them relevant. Now scientists have tried to express this ratio of subconscious to conscious brain activity in many ways. There's a neuroscientist called Timothy Wilson who wrote a book called Strangers to Ourselves, Discovering the Adaptive Unconscious. He said, our senses take in 11 million bits of information every second. 11 million bits a second. Most is visual through the eyes, but all of the other senses are involved, contributing: hearing, touch, taste, smell, spatial sensation. And our conscious brain, that part that does the thinking where we're aware that we're thinking, can process, at best, about 40 of those 11 million bits of information per second. I think that's worth repeating. Of the 11 million bits a second that comes in, our conscious brain is capable of processing 40. All the rest is subconsciously processed. That's a ratio of 99.999% subconscious processing compared to conscious processing. No wonder our minds appear to be a mystery to us. Now, the challenge for marketers, product developers, is how do I get that 40 bits? How do I get myself into that 40 bits of consciously considered information? That's what we're going to look at, which is sort of exciting, really. I'm really talking for those interested in marketing and product development. There are enough books about the brain that make me just go blank, really, just go wow. Written by neuroscientists, social scientists, psychologists, that create an absolute sense of wonder for the brain and what it does. So you may be saying, brain science is nice, interesting, but so what? How do I use it? How do I change my strategy, my brand strategy, using what we could call neuromarketing? How do I change product design and pricing using neuromarketing? How do I analyze my packaging to make sure it pops out on the shelf? Are there things I should be doing in the store, in the aisles, to make my product more desirable? And by the way, neuromarketing cannot be a set of cute ideas. It has to be a sort of a systematic process, a systematic framework that can live and flourish in the workplace and the workflow of whatever you're doing. So, if you're interested, we'll go further. Thank you.